So misconception number 11 is Islam forces people to become Muslim, right? And the verse that is said to refute that is Surah 2, verse 256. Let there be no compulsion in religion. Truth has been made clear from error. So this tract is saying that shows that you can't force people to become Muslim.
Okay.
Okay. So suppose I read that and I'm confused. I'm confused because this verse says, you kill these people. That says fight those people, fight those who do not believe in Allah.
That's not about forcing people to become Muslim.
Well,
why are you confused?
No. Look,
all right, go ahead.
When Muhammad says, I've been commanded to fight people until they say there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, that sounds like I'm going to fight you until you believe what I'm telling you to believe.
Sounds like that.
That's not, if you want to say that's not forcing, that's me saying, I'm going to stab you until you agree with me, but you're free to believe whatever you want, right?
Because you don't understand
I haven't gotten to the point. So, the point is, suppose I read something like that. Hey, this sounds like I'm supposed to go out and fight people until they agree with me. This verse says no compulsion in religion.
Good.
You're saying go to a scholar.
That's what the Quran is telling you.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to a scholar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So I go to a scholar. So
this is not a scholar. You know that, right?
Ibn Kathir.
This is a book. So let me explain to you.
Yes.
No. Look, I listened to you. Now, can you let me?
He's quoting scholars.
Okay, let me explain this to you, Dave.
Let me just finish point.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
So, it's commentary on Surah 2, verse 256. Okay. Right? So suppose I want to know what past scholars have said, so I know who I should listen to, right? So he talks about the historical background in Surah 256, no compulsion in religion, right? And so we go down, and it says at the conclusion of all that.
So you're skipping through the whole explanation, though, right?
Yeah, he gives the explanation, right? Okay. So he gives the historical background, but then he says, but this verse is abrogated by the verse of fighting. You shall be called to fight against the people, given to great warfare. Then you shall fight them, or they shall surrender. Allah also says, O Prophet, strive hard against the disbelievers and the hypocrites, and be harsh against them. And he says, O you who believe, fight those of the disbelievers who are close to you, and let them find harshness in you, and know that Allah is with those who are the pious. Therefore, all people of the world should be called to Islam.
Sure.
If any one of them refuses to do so, or refuses to pay the jizya, they should be fought till they are killed. Right? Okay. So that's what I see when I look at Ibn Kathir. Okay. And then I just have one more. I just want to.
You're making like 10 points.
I'm trying to get the whole point.
This is all one. This is all not going to work when you don't listen. Bro.
This is all one point. I'm making the exact same point. So suppose I don't like Ibn Kathir.
Yeah. And I want to go. It's not about who you like. This is where you're misunderstanding.
I get it. So I asked Muslims, hey, who are your scholars? You said, hey, you should read Al-Tabari. You should read this. Yeah. So I go to Qurtubi. Okay. And Qurtubi, right after quoting this verse, says, scholars disagree and hold various positions regarding the legal status and meaning of this ayah.
Okay, there you go.
It is said that it is abrogated because the Prophet, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, forced the Arabs to adopt the deen of Islam and fought them and was only pleased with Islam for them. Sulaiman ibn Musa took this view, saying it is abrogated by, O Prophet, do jihad against the unbelievers and the hypocrites. That is related from Ibn Mas'ud and many commentators. And then it goes on, we don't need to read much more, but then the next interpretation he gives, it is not abrogated and was sent down about the people of the book in particular, and means that they are not forced to adopt Islam when they pay jizya. Those who are forced are the idolaters, which you said isn't the case earlier. So here's.
Let me explain it.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. I just want to summarize. Yeah. I mean, disagree with what you're about to say, but I'm saying. So we've got these verses that are about fighting and killing.
Sure.
And we've got verses that are like no compulsion in religion, or to you be your religion, to me be my religion, right? We've got verses like that. And if I'm confused, I'm supposed to go to a scholar.
Yes.
But these show that scholars have disagreed over the centuries. They have, right? They have. So some are saying, hey, the actual conclusion, once you read the entire case, the conclusion, the takeaway message is you're supposed to fight people until they believe in Allah. And the other things that said something else, no compulsion in religion, those have been abrogated. And so the point is you're handing out a material which someone would read and they would say,
I'm just letting you finish now.
Yeah, you would say, oh, Islam forces people to become Muslim. That's a misconception because the Quran says, let there be no compulsion in religion. And what I'm saying is, scholars down through history have held interpretations that certainly don't line up with that interpretation. So you're acting like, hey, if you're a scholar, you're going to come to the conclusion that you're coming with. No. You're saying you're giving a representation of scholars. As if you're a scholar, you're going to come to the same conclusions, and you're going to say this is actually peaceful. This is actually what this verse means.
Okay.
And when we look, we see they come to wildly different conclusions. And some of the conclusions that they're drawing are things like, therefore, all people of the world should be invited to Islam. If they don't come, they should be fought till they are killed if they don't pay the jizya. The point here is, this business of when Allah is not clear in His Quran about commands to kill and slaughter people, subjugate people, and so on, when He's not clear, yes, if you're not clear, that allows someone to step in and say, of course, this is actually peaceful and you need to interpret it peacefully. But it's also wide open for someone to say, actually, this is abrogated and we're commanded to do this. The point is, it looks like a giant mess. And the real issue that I'm concerned with here is that you're handing this out and acting like this is a straightforward condemnation of forcing people to become Muslim. This is the verse that refutes it. This is the verse that refutes that. And I open up your commentaries, and the first thing I see is things that contradict what you're saying. And you're saying go to a scholar.
Are you done? I'm listening to you. Are you done?
Go ahead.
Are you done?
It depends on what you say. As long as you agree with me, then I'm done.
Well, then you're not done, because I'm not going to agree with you. But are you done saying what you had to say so you can listen now?
I made my point.
Okay, thank you. That means you're done with what you're saying and you're going to listen now, right?
I'm going to listen. You're listening.
Okay, excellent. First thing is, when I told you that you need to go to a scholar, you misunderstood that to go to pick up Tafsir ibn Kathir. He is somebody who passed away hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You are just picking up an English translation of a summary and thinking you understand what you really don't.
It's hammer time!